What up? So I wanted to go ahead and do a second video to the Mark Hunt video that I did. And the reason why I want to do this, about the comments he had on Brock Lesnar and the steroids. And the reason why I want to do this is because apparently a lot of people just completely thought I was bashing Mark Hunt, and I thought that, and all this stuff and everything. First of all, I want to say this. I love the fact that Mark Hunt is a warrior. I love the fact that he loves to fight. I love the fact that he won't back down to anybody, and this is what he does. But the problem for me is that when you were contacted by the UFC to fight Brock Lesnar, you knew that Brock Lesnar wasn't in the UFC at the time. You knew he'd retired. There had been no announcement saying he had come out of retirement. And the new USADA rules say that a fighter coming out of retirement must give 4 months' notice. Well, obviously, Brock Lesnar's under contract with the WWE. Therefore, the WWE has to approve any fight that Brock Lesnar was to do. Apparently, that didn't happen until right before he signed the deal to fight Mark Hunt. Now, the reason why I had an issue with it was because Mark Hunt said that he thought it was bullshit that Brock Lesnar got the exemption. I will not disagree with him. I think it's bullshit also. I think that no fighter should. I think that it's absolutely ridiculous. But here's my problem. If you deep down inside thought that Brock Lesnar was doing steroids, you shouldn't have fucking signed the contract. You should have been like, fuck that. I don't want to fucking fight someone who's doing steroids because that's how I feel. The problem for me is this. Brock Lesnar never failed a fucking drug test for the UFC before. Brock Lesnar has been drug tested 5 times in the last 2 weeks, reported by multiple sites. I'll have 1 or 2 of them in the description below so you can go look for yourself at the reports. The fact is that if you truly felt that it was unfair, you would make an example of it by not fighting the fighter. Okay, by not fighting them. But ultimately, he is a fighter. He likes to fight, and that's what he does. To me, it's just stupid to say, hey, I'm going to fight you, but I think you're on steroids, and I'm going to bitch and complain about it, and I'm going to be an asshole about it, even though I'm the one that signed the fucking fight. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like this. Take up for your own responsibility. You signed the fight. You agreed to it. You said you would do it. He's still getting fucking drug tested. He just didn't get drug tested for 4 months. And ultimately, the fact is that Brock Lesnar doesn't look any fucking bigger now than he did fucking 2 years ago, 3-4 years ago. Brock Lesnar doesn't look any different. So ultimately, it doesn't really matter. But anywho, I just wanted to go ahead and clarify that a little bit more. That I feel like people need to understand that I wasn't bashing Mark Hunt. I think Mark Hunt is a fucking awesome person, and I like to watch him fight. He's a knockout artist. I love it. I just don't agree with the fact that he agreed to fight a guy that he thinks is on steroids and then wanted to complain about it. That's all it was. It wasn't a bash on him personally or anything else. It was just me not agreeing with his decision to complain about it. But that's all. That's all for this video. I'll holler at you later. Peace!